Here we go. So today we have a pleasure having Lars here. And if I understood right, you have really got into something here now by working with Prism and the business. So would you like to tell us a little bit more about this system you have used?
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I thank you for having me, and I can just say that the last 3, 4 weeks, my business has changed a lot. Um, it's not 100%, and I don't really believe everything is 100%. But what I have done, the major thing I have done, and I've been thinking about this for many years, also with the old scanner. And for me, it's like I always said, and I actually discussed it with Joe Chang once, and say if just everybody knew how important antioxidant is for our health, then our business would be so simple. And and everybody agreed. And I said, how do I do it? Because I have a background in finances, in insurance. I've studied economy. What do I know about health? And if I sponsor in a truck driver or a banker or whatever kind of people we have in our organizations, why should people listen to them regarding health? So that has always been a big challenge for us. And then AI came, and the last 8, 9 months, I have done so much different because I know this little device here. There is something really big here with this device, but I didn't really know how to go forward. So I tried a lot of different things, and to be honest, it didn't really work. I got some excitement among people who already are in the business, but new people, it didn't work. And then suddenly, I woke up one morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I went straight to my computer to write it down. I said, now I have it. I need to ask AI a question, and I need you guys and your team to ask AI a question. So I have done different questions, and the best question is, what does a low level of antioxidant mean for my health in the short and the long term? And does it influence my biological age? The response we get is not the same. It's not even if we all use the same AI, it's not the same. The ones where we get almost the same, as I understood, is when we ask Google, because you can write that all in Google, and Google will ask you like ChatGPT does, or Claude, or whatever. So that's also a way of doing it. So the responses we get is what do I learn? Of course, it basically all says that the best way of getting your antioxidants, as we all know, is through your food. That's absolutely number one, and that's why it's you don't need to eat supplements unless you get all the food you need. And we have been talking about LifePack for many years. You don't need to eat LifePack. You can also eat all this food and greens and fruits and vegetables and all of that. So and of course AI is saying that, but most people they know that they cannot get it, but well, they read it. So that's of course, it could be nice if AI said you have to eat Farmanex product, but it doesn't. So but people know that they are not able to get it through their food. That's why they are taking vitamins. 7 out of 10 people in Europe are taking vitamins. But this has really changed my business totally. Yesterday, I had a meeting with a doctor. There were 7 at the meeting, and the doctor was there. And then I asked him and said, "Okay, so you are a doctor, so can I be open to you?" And he said, yes, I happen to know that in your education, you have around, you study for 7 years to become a doctor. And in that education, there's about 11 hours of learning about nutrition. And is that correct? And the doctor said, yeah, I don't know if it's exactly 11 hours, but you're right. It's very, very low. And then I asked him, I said, just so you know, and I know that we are more or less on the same level, do you mind asking these questions to your AI that you are using? And he said, of course, no problem. And he asked his AI and he looked at the answer. And then he looked up and said, Lars, I didn't know. And then, and that started the whole conversation, and it ended up being a very, very good meeting. So that's the one that I take. That's the best one, and maybe in a month or two, somebody figure out an even better questions because in the future, which is tomorrow, those who wins tomorrow are those who are able to ask the best questions. So what did this question also do? It also do when I scan people. I don't need to ask them, how old are you? How high are you? How much do you drink? How much do you smoke? How much fruits and vegetables do you eat? I don't need to do all of that because they know already what is antioxidants. So and for me, I can say for me personally, what's happening is unless people are interested in a business, a potential customer, they almost 99% of them say, now I go home and I will eat more healthy. And then I say, okay, when do we rescan? Let's do it in a month. And they basically agree. And after a month, when they come back, nothing really happened. And that's the point where the customers are buying the vitamins. At least for me, I don't know. Maybe you are better, but that's what's for me. Those who wants to build business, I show them this presentation. So if you click on the next slide. I have this slide because I know that everybody that wants to do business, they want to know a little bit about the money. And I put it up front. I say it's not really about, but if you are an entrepreneur and you want to do this business, I think it's a good idea that you know that you can make serious money. So, and this is the average income in 2024 from Newskin Official. So that's it. By the way, if any of you during this way I'm talking about, please raise up, please ask your questions, interrupt me. It will be great if we could do it like a dialogue or something. So please, please.
Enkä pistä.
Marit, you think you are not unmuted.
Sorry.
Okay.
And just to make sure, you ask the question when you are talking with potential business builder
Yeah.
and when you are talking with the potential customer.
Yeah.
So that's basically the first thing you do before you do the scan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It is, I never scan anyone. The good thing is now I can scan 10 people in 10 minutes.
Mm.
It's like it's only take 15 seconds and they know about antioxidants before I scan them. So everything is really
Yeah, because they read the answer.
yeah. So I don't have to go through all the questionnaire and all of that. So that's really good. Is it perfect? No, it's not. I come to cholesterol level in a moment, so I will tell you the story
And
there.
I can send you these slides also if you want to use the slides, so we will have it, so you can take notes, but you don't have to.
Yeah. So if you take the next slide.
Yep.
Lilli, mä en nähnyt yhtään slaidia.
Et ole nähnyt yhtään slaidia. Näkyykö muut?
So
Näkyy kyllä.
Kyllä näkyy
Sulla
joo.
on, Miia, varmaan se kamerajuttu päällä. Sun täytyy varmaan pyyhkäistä vaan sitä.
so when
Tietokoneella.
Yeah.
I took this slide I took in because I have over the last, I don't know, not almost, a little less than a year, I have heard this. Oh, I never hear, is it a pyramid anymore? That's very, very seldom I hear this. But I heard over the last 8, 9 months, oh, is it network marketing? I don't know if you hear that in Finland, but I hear it here in Switzerland. And my answer to it is basically, and that's my honest answer, is basically, I don't know anymore. And then people look at me and say, what do you mean? Say, when I go into network marketing, I know the most companies, they require that you buy for X amount of euros every month, 1,000 euros, 500 euros, I don't know. You have to do this and this and this, and then you get your commission. So that's for me, the name of network marketing. Our business, if somebody buys a product, you get a commission. That's, you don't need to have all this. You don't need to do all of this stuff before. There's not so many rules. There is this rule is, if anybody buys something, you get a commission. And then I ask, but how do you see network marketing? So that's how I deal with it. I said our model, our business model, and you can call it whatever you want. I'm okay if you call it network marketing. I'm okay if you call it mini franchising. I'm okay with everything, but I want to explain you our business model. First of all, a lot of successful businesses out there is using this model. McDonald's, Starbucks, Apple, Microsoft, Viramoda, Sarah, Hinza Moritz, a lot of different, in all different areas, are using this business model. And it looks like this. We have a product that really create loyalty. Once people are on the product and they understand the product, they continues for decades. So, and if you don't have a product that create loyalty, you have to work the rest of your life. That's what we saw with Nu Skin during the COVID, is there came a lot of influencers in, they sold a lot of products, but they didn't create the loyalty. They didn't create the knowledge about the product. So we create loyalty. We have product that really create loyalty. And then to scale, because you as a person, me as a person, I can only do so many presentations and get so many customers. I need to have a partner program. I need, and you need, just like McDonald's. The only reason why McDonald's is selling a lot of burgers is because they have a lot of partners out in the world having their own restaurants selling burgers. That's the only reason. And you have here, if you join our business, you have a partner program, so you can make partners in your organization, and they can do. It says that new partners, they have to earn serious money, otherwise they will not participate. You cannot attract partners if they are not able to make serious money. And your partner program is actually so good that the partners that you get, if they are better, smarter, and more like you, they will make more money than you and me. So I think that's a unique partner program. And then the third thing is that we have a platform. So when everything is exploding, Nu Skin can actually deliver the products. So that's our business model. And if you want to call that network marketing or something else, you can do whatever you want, but this will not change. This is our business model. That's why I have this slide. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Next slide.
Next.
This is a little, maybe you don't need that slide, but I took it with because just to be clear, if the AI haven't told the person everything, then I just to make clear that our body is built on 37 billion cells, and if they are not protected, then you are not in a situation for a good health. And there is antioxidants in anything in your body. We are built on cells, so we have to take care of that. Then the next slide. And that's, I have to say, is the most at least for me and for business people, the most important slide. I take cholesterol. Cholesterol, they figure out 40 years ago, and that's to measure the level of cholesterol in your blood. And that has been, for the medicine industry, probably the best business ever. So I compare it to antioxidants. So what does we do? The cholesterol, they measure fat levels, and that could be a cardiovascular risk. It's the consequences of if you have a high level of cholesterol is that you can get it. I'm not saying you get it, but you can get a stroke, heart disease, and reduces life expectancy, because if you get a heart attack, then you can die. So that's why people take it serious. They measure it with a blood test, and it has to go to a lab. I think I do it once a year. I think we all do it once or twice a year. Not all, but a lot of people are doing. And it's a huge market. All the billions, I don't know, but it has been there for 40 years. Now we take the antioxidants. That is actually the defense against oxidative stress, and it can damage our cells. So that's what it actually measures. What can it harm if we have a low level of antioxidants in our body? It can be like the risk of getting cancer, heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer, and dementia. I'm not saying it's worse than what the cholesterol is, but I think you will agree with me that it's quite serious things. How do we measure it? We measure it in 15 seconds with our prism. And how often do people do it? Basically, never. We could measure antioxidants the last 60 years, but it's not really breaking through. And the global market will, of course, as you can imagine, be very, very big. So for an entrepreneur, for a business person, I think if you compare those two things here, cholesterol and antioxidants, they will sit and say, I really believe there is a market here. What do you think? Do you agree?
Totally. And as I have been reading those researches and scientific investigations that about the correlation between the health and antioxidant levels, it's very big correlation. So that if you have a low level of antioxidants, you have a lot higher risk to get one of those, like cancer or diabetes or Alzheimer, even depression. And if you have a high level of antioxidants, you have a lot longer waiting time for the life, like expected time for the life, and also a lot. You are a lot younger in your biological age, usually.
I was we are talking about cancer, dementia, Alzheimer, and so on. So I was a little bit afraid of making this slide here because, I don't know, compliance and so on. So I put a disclaimer underneath and said I have been using different AIs to confirm that it's not only one AI I'm asking three to get. I don't want to be unserious, but on the other hand, I also want to tell the truth. So that's why I have been writing this disclaimer. So now we are in a situation where we are now in slide number 5, and we have covered antioxidants and so on. So now I want to explain the new person that this little device here, next slide, Lily. This little device here is not bling bling, it's like it's serious stuff. And I have taken this slide and saying, okay, this is the journey of our scanner. And I tell a little bit about the story that it started with the big one, and now we are where we are. Just to give the people, okay, this is not something they just invented yesterday. This has been a long, long journey. Next slide, Lily.
Yeah, and for I think Nico is still here, so he
Yeah.
probably, I don't know if you knew, but this science has been involved already 23 years, and we also have the database. So Newskin is one of the companies that has the most knowledge about
Comes
the.
in the next slide.
It's coming. Okay, good.
So the next slide here is that we are the company in the world who has absolutely the most data. And I think we live in a time now where we can say if you have the most data, you also have the most knowledge. I think that those two goes hand in hand. Our CEO, Ryan Napierski, said the other day that no other company has so much data about antioxidants than we have. So that's of course, and we have been scanning 21 million people. Over 100 studies has been made on with us and without us. So there is a lot of study behind. But there is, when you see of that, but there is a new study that are not finished yet. It will probably be done within the next 6 months. But that study, we got here for 3, 4 weeks, a little sneak peek where they are now. And that study is done by Stanford University. And it's about a study regarding biological age. So if you go to the next slide, Lily.
Yep.
Oh, it's not. Let's see. Yeah, it's not. There's then on the green it says or
Yeah,
it
but
says
it's a year. Yeah.
it should be year. It's AI who has translated it, but it hasn't translated this. But here you see, if you have a high score on the scanner, your heart is actually over 5 years younger than you are, meaning that your biological age. And you know, if you go out there and try looking for your biological age, that's a big thing. You know, one thing is that we want to be healthy and all of that, but biological age, that's something you can do. And more people are really, really looking for it. And so if you can tell people, because you have a high score, your biological age is younger than you are. If you have a low score, your biological age is higher. That's really, really something. You know, I'm pretty sure that when we get the full studio study out there, you can see it and it will be announced really big. But right now, that's where they are at the moment.
And did I understand correctly that these are kind of real people who they have been measuring, that they have measured the antioxidant level and the biological age, and they have found this correlation?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like we had 3 people who we studied and we gave them a lot of
No, no,
antioxidants,
no.
but
And
it's a
it's
huge group of people, and this is kind of a real deal.
real deal. And
Yeah.
it's not a little university in Sweden. It is Stanford, you know. It's like, okay, come on. So that's it. So now I think I have covered what is antioxidants, where is the opportunity, and now and the science. And now the next slide is the products. You know, that's really what we see. We give the guarantee, which is fantastic. And today we got the new Life Pack Essentials here.
Elements. Yeah.
I don't know if you have ordered it, but when you get it, you will see that the pills are so small. They are
Yeah.
really, really, really small. And I have already had people calling me and saying, Lars, is it correct that they are so small, the pills? And I say, yes. Okay. I said, is that a problem? No, but I said, now you have been complaining the last 20 years that the life pack was too big, and now you think it's too small. Come on. So,
Yeah, and they are easy to swallow.
yeah. So I love the new life pack elements. I love it really, and the reason why I love it is because now I can take people away. Because if I've scanned people and they have a pretty low level, and they are even not interested in buying the elements for 25 euros or whatever it costs, then okay, next. Then they are not interested in anything. And regarding that, I forgot that I have been reading that now. I have to tell you this. You know, it's not everyone that wants to be scanned, because some people, they know they have a low number and they don't want to know. They know, but they don't want to know. They don't want to be scanned. And you have to just respect that, because that's the game of what we are doing. There's a lot of people out there who have diabetes too, but they don't want to be tested for it, because then they have to take medicine, or then they have to change their way of living. That's just the reality. So that's just so you have it in your mind. It's not the scanner, it's not you, it's just some people, they don't want to know. So but here I covered the products. Next slide, Lily. And there is what I talk about Nu Skin, just to give the foundation of, it's not a company that are just started yesterday. We have been here 43 years now, and companies that started 43 years, there's only 3% of them left. So in the whole world, of all companies in the whole world started 43 years ago, 2 to 3% are still here. So not many companies can survive that. So and you can build your business in 49 markets. You have all seen that slide many times. So next slide. That's the compensation plan, and that's interesting because when you look at the compensation plan, there's only one thing I want to put into that, is basically when you start. I always say when people start, they almost all basically everybody is asking, how much money do I make when I start? And I say, well, to all the people you sign in, you decide yourself if you want to. You make between 5 and 43%. That's what I always say, because you can decide how much profit you put on your product when you sell it. So between 5 and 43%, if it's your mother, I think you will only make 5%, because you will give her the products at the same price as you get. But if you sell it to people, you can put as much as you would. The app will help you giving discount if you don't want to make the whole, but that's what it is. On the second level, you make 5%. What's most important thing is here to make 1,000 points. So you start building your business, because you need to have 2,000 points over a period of maximum 2 months. You can do it in 1 week, no problem. You can do it in a longer time, but 1,000 points, and I will come back to how you make your 1,000 points.
And just to clarify, every single product has a point value. They has the euro value and the point value, and that's the product sales are creating the points that Lars is talking about. And level 1 is those people who are signed straight under you, and level 2 means the second level. So if there is someone under you who signs people, you can get commission out of that level too.
If a product costs 100 euros without VAT, your points is about 83 cents. Just so you know. So that's the point value. So when you build your business, you in the beginning, your volume is two things. It's those users you have, those people who actually just use the products. That's one point. That's one. And the other one is those who are potential partners. And product users or customers, or call them what you want, they buy between 20, 30 euros and up to 200. That's the average of a product user. A potential business builder, he or she, they need the scanner, they need the products, they buy for around 500 points. That at least what I'm dealing with. That's the way I'm saying. So if you want to do the business, you start it basically for about 500 points. That's not unusual. So that is. But remember, you only need 6 partners. So that's it. I can tell you when you have built your business, you have about 30 to 40 users of the products, and you have 6 partners. That's the kind of people you need. So those people who make the biggest mistakes are those who think, I need to have 100 or 1,000 customers, and I'm, social media, boom, 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 boom. No, you need just, let's say 50 customers, then you are on the safe side. You don't need so much. And that's why you should take a little bit of time for each of those people who actually are interested. Because once they know about the scanner and about antioxidants, what happened when they stop taking the life pack? The number go down, and they know what damages that can be, and then they start again. So it's very, very, very good to have a serious long-term customer. That gives you the freedom. That's how we want to live our life. That's what everything is about. So that's it. So getting more about the compensation plan, there is many details in it, but it's probably now it's very easy to build. And I say it's the same like McDonald's. You can go in and you can sell burgers at McDonald's. You can have your own McDonald's restaurant. And McDonald's cannot do that. And here you can have 500 McDonald's restaurants. That's how I explain those 3 things, those 3 steps. That's why we call it mini franchising, our business model. Okay, next slide, Lily.
Next, and I will make new video about the compensation plan soon in Finnish, so then it's easy to discover there.
So now we come to the serious point. And now when I sit with people, I say, here is the average income. And of course, you can make much, much more, no doubt about that. But let me hear, where are you? And I basically see that most people, when they don't know so much and they want to say, if I can make 2,500 euros a month, that's serious. Then you need to become a Ruby. Okay, to become a Ruby, what do you need then? You need 3 partners. And one partner is maybe a little bit very, doing something good, doing a little bit more volume than the 2 others. That's what you need. So how do we get those 3 partners, and how do we get your users? How do we do that? People have always asked me, Lars, what do you do with customers? And I take it a little bit. Maybe it's because I'm a man, I don't know. But what I have always done is that I invited people to see the business. Because if I can get a person curious about the business, what do a person actually do? They don't ask one question to AI about antioxidants. They ask 100 questions about antioxidants. I have been asking thousands of questions about antioxidants to my AI. I learned so much. Then they start digging into it. Then they start knowing something more. And you and I know there is no business where everybody succeed and everybody go to the moon. That doesn't exist. But those people who actually went in and used some time, maybe recommended the business or the product to other people. What can you say of those people? They are loyal. They are loyal customer. I can tell you, I have people that have been 25 years loyal customers in my organization. Never did they were invited to a business presentation. They took the time, they investigated it, and they have been users of the product ever since. Some of them even call me and say, one day I want to start the business, Lars. I said, yeah, maybe you should have thought about that 25 years ago, but that's the key. The key is loyalty. I was able to create my loyal customers through the business. Others are doing it in another way. I just want to tell you that's the way. So I ask everybody if they are open for a business. So next slide, Lily. Here we come to, now it becomes serious. If you want to educate, if you want 3 partners and make 2,500 points, I think that you should make a clinical study. I can give you all those around 200 we have from all universities around the world and blah, blah, blah. Everything is there. And now Stanford is also coming, and it's very important. But the most important study you can make is make one of yours on yourself. So if people really want to do that, I say that's the first. It takes you 3 months. That's what it takes. But within a month, you can actually see. And I'm really happy when people score low, because those are the people who will create the best stories. So that's what I do. So I say, if you want to build this business, then you have to do a study on yourself. That means that you need to buy the Prism, you need to buy the Life Pack, the Marine Omega, and the collagen, because then you will see your scanner score go up pretty fast. And that's what you want when you go out there and present the business. So that's what I say to people. And if you want to join the business, I recommend you to, you brush your teeth, you wash your hair, try some of our other products. But the focus is, of course, the scanner and the PharmaNex products. Does this make sense?
Yes.
And do you think that, well, it costs maybe 600 euros to buy for 500 points. How much time are you willing to put into a person that says, I want to do the business, but I don't want to try the product myself? How much time are you willing to put into that person?
Not very much.
Not very much. And that's the reason. So that's, I hope that makes sense. And then the last slide is that the job for us the next 100 days is that you should have so many people asking the questions to AI that you at least can scan one person per day. I can tell you, you can go on social media, you can send them the question on a WhatsApp, you can do it on an email, you can do it so many different ways, and it will not help you. Not at all. But if you pick up the phone and say, hi, Lily, I have something really interesting. I don't know if you are open for a business or in that have to do with the fastest growing industry, which is health. And I'm calling you, Lily, because I know you can do it. What I don't know if you are open, but if you are, would you do me a favor to ask these questions to your AI? Google or Claude or ChatGPT. Are you willing to do that? And Lily will, of course, say, yes, I want to do that. If you find it, if you are curious after you have got the answer, please give me a call. If you do that 2 times a day to 2 people, I'm sure you will scan 2 people a day, or 1.5. I don't know, but that's the way of doing it, because then people are excited, they go in, and just like you did here before the meeting, you got in and asked the questions. Of course, you know too much, but those people you call, they don't know anything. So if you do that 2 times a day, because you have your jobs, we have your life, we have whatever we have. So that means that you will 60 people will of those in average. You are in Finland, and I know you score lower in Finland than we do here in Switzerland. In Italy, they score higher than us, but at least you will have 60% of those people who are below the blue line, the blue color, and they need to do something. And you will create half of them, maybe only 20, I don't know, but I'm assumed half of them, and you will have 3 business partners. If you have 1 hour per day, I'm sure you can get 3 scans per day, and you can do this not in 100 days, but in 30 days. You can do this in a month. That's the goal. The goal is not to get, try the questions. Try the question, call people, say hi, or text them and say, is it okay that I call you? I have some urgence to tell you. Don't send the question out there. Do that, and you can do that and you are a Ruby, just after the summer. When you are at the swimming pool or in the lake in Finland or wherever you are in the summer, it's an easy way of doing it. I will recommend you that are interested in doing this, doing a WhatsApp group. You write in Finnish, so I will not be a part of it, but write a WhatsApp group and help each other with Lily and all of you that saying, I have 3 people have seen have asked the questions today, and I have scanned 2 people, and do a little excitement. They are doing it in Spain with the collagen, and there are over 800 people on this WhatsApp group. It's too much, and all the before and after pictures and all of that's too much. But it creates so much energy for use, because when you have ask 5 people and all 5 say no, I don't want to know, then you are a little bit down, and then it's it.
Yeah, we already have the group.
Yeah, so that's perfect. So it's not really just listening to this presentation or to me. It's like getting out there and talk to people. That's what I have done. Let me see, where is it? I have done a business card, and on this backside, the question is there. So when I talk to people, I say, "What? You look so healthy. Are you taking care of your health?" And they say yes. So maybe you are curious. Do you know about antioxidants? No, please ask this question that are up on the backside of my business card. I cannot tell you how much it works because I just got them yesterday. But I made them in Danish, in English, and in German. So that's. But I promised myself I will never give a card to someone I haven't talked to. That's it. And I have made 500 cards in each language. So within the next couple of months, I will get rid of those 1,500 cards. And I'm sure I have 6 new frontlines. So.
And bunch of customers also.
Yes.
In a site.
Yeah. So this presentation here is the strategy of mine. The next 12 months. So that's how I will do it. And maybe if some of you come with a fantastic idea, I will adjust. But right now, it's really working for me.
Hey, it would be very nice if we could have the screenshot of your card.
Yeah, of course. I made them on Claude. I will send you. I will send it. I made them on Claude. I will send it to Lily, and then she can. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I like this. This is very simple, very duplicatable. Doesn't have to use that much time investigating the antioxidants or the products. You just test them yourself and ask people to ask the questions from AI.
The best thing is that now you can sponsor in everybody. You don't need to go after professors and doctors and health practice. You can because everybody can do this. That's for me the best.
I totally agree. I think I will stop the recording. Let's see, where is it?
How is the weather up there?
Really good.
We have tomorrow we will have 36 degrees here in Switzerland.
Well, it's not that warm here.
And